Well, my name's Adam Holden. I did 2 years studying music at Kendal College, learnt a hell of a lot there. Not just about performance and about instruments, but it's just music in general and about myself. Since then, I've been doing gigs acoustically. I've done a few gigs with bands. But most importantly, I've been writing songs for the past year and a half, 2 years maybe. And that's something that I've found that I really enjoy actually, and I think I'm quite good at. So yeah, it's a good way to get your thoughts out on paper in a way that can be kind of clever and it's better than just complaining about it on Twitter. It feels like it has more force when you put it into writing. Well, I've already got kind of half of a song planned out. Harvey was having, it might be on camera somewhere, Harvey had this little joke before about getting a grant off grant at the government, which is silly, but I've written it into a song about people struggling and trying to get on benefits, and then the extra struggles that come with that, people not believing you, people assuming that you're lazy because you got on benefits, and in actuality most people got on benefits have nowhere else to go. That's a dead end for them, and they're being turned away from it. I mean, what do you do if you're turned away from a dead end, So I've got some lyrics. I could sit here and read them out, but they're half finished and they'll probably end up on the record anyway. It's somewhat from my own experiences because my mum was on benefits and I think still is, and she never struggled to get them, but she knew, and I've known a lot of people who have really struggled to get them, and these are people that are barely scraping by. They hardly get food to eat every week. Forget all the extras, forget your Netflix, forget your nights at the pub. It doesn't matter because you can't even hardly afford milk every day. And once again, a lot of people who are in more comfortable positions look down on those people as if it's something that can be easily controlled, something that is a choice. But it's not, and it never will be. And until something changes with that, it's never going to be a choice. That's the way I look at it anyway. Oh, it's most likely going to be a punk song. They're very punky lyrics, and I've already kind of got a guitar part in mind for it. Sort of, it's going to be kind of more reminiscent though of like the very early, like late 70s punk rock scene. Think 1976 to the early 80s. Think bands like the Sex Pistols and the Clash, but also think of like Blondie and that sort of scene, bands like the Stranglers, because I was always very inspired by that scene. I mean, it was the start of punk rock, and I love punk. It's something that I subscribe to very heavily. And that early scene especially was so raw and so straight to the point, where certain later scenes tried to overcomplicate it. And I think there's a lot of real serious things being said back then. You go back to 1979 and you're listening to lyrics by The Clash, and it's like all these things that he was saying back then are still applicable, if not more so applicable these days. And I think there should be people standing up and saying things about it like they were back then. And there's some of us out there, but not as many maybe. Very, very cool. I feel like I'm in Spinal Tap in real life, which is always a little bit of a dream of mine. Also, it's nice to be doing music again, something very creative like this. There's a really actually different energy in there. I mean, we're still early, of course, but I was expecting from the get-go for it to be just a meltdown in there of shit going on. But actually what I found is there's a really good atmosphere in there, there's a really kind of creative vibe, and it seems to be working. I mean, it's again, it says a lot that Harvey came up with this off joke. I again jokingly said maybe that's the next song, and I've gotten half a song down already. Something that I'm actually so far quite proud of. So I'm really quite optimistic so far for this project, and I'm looking forward to seeing it all when it's done and everything.